Have you seen what's happening with gold lately? It's absolutely wild. Central banks especially are on a gold buying spree, hitting levels we haven't seen in decades. It feels like every news alert is about another record high for the precious metal. So what's driving this? A big piece of the puzzle is the US dollar. For a while now, the dollar has been trading sideways, kind of stuck in a range, not really making any decisive moves up or down. This uncertainty makes investors nervous. When the world's primary reserve currency looks shaky, where do you put your money? For many, the answer has always been gold. It's the classic safe haven asset, a store of value that has stood the test of time. This isn't just a fleeting trend. We're seeing a fundamental shift in how countries are managing their reserves. The massive gold purchases are a clear signal that many are looking to diversify away from the dollar. Think about it. For years, holding US dollars and treasury bonds was the default, the safest bet. But with mounting US debt, inflation concerns, and geopolitical tensions, that bet doesn't seem as certain anymore. This has led many to ask a critical question. Are we witnessing the final days of the dollar's undisputed dominance? Is this the moment where the global financial system starts to pivot? It's a heavy question, and the answer isn't simple. The dollar is deeply embedded in the global economy. Trillions of dollars in trade are conducted every day using greenbacks. Unwinding that would be a monumental task. However, the signs of a shift are undeniable. When you see the price of gold decoupling and soaring while the dollar stagnates, it tells you something significant is happening under the surface. Gold isn't just rising. It feels like it's breaking free from its traditional relationship with the dollar. This divergence is a major red flag for the dollar's long-term outlook. Now let's talk about one of the biggest players in this global chess match, China. For years, China has been the largest foreign holder of US debt, but recently they've been methodically and quietly reducing their holdings of US treasuries while simultaneously stocking up on gold. Their official gold reserves have been increasing month after month. This isn't a coincidence, it's a deliberate long-term strategy. Why are they doing this? It's all about de-dollarization and gaining more economic independence. China sees the US's ability to impose sanctions through the dollar-based financial system as a major vulnerability. By holding fewer dollars and more gold, Beijing reduces its exposure to potential US financial pressure. Gold is a neutral asset. It can't be frozen or devalued by another country's policy decisions in the same way dollar assets can. This move is part of a much larger plan to insulate their economy and increase the international influence of their own currency, the yuan. They are playing the long game, preparing for a world where the US dollar is not the only king on the hill. This strategy isn't just about defense. China is actively building an alternative financial infrastructure. They've been promoting the yuan for international trade, especially with partners in the BRICS bloc, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, and other developing nations. They've developed their own cross-border payment system as an alternative to SWIFT. By creating these parallel systems and backing their currency with massive gold reserves, China is making a clear statement. They are preparing for a multipolar world, one where economic power is more distributed. So, when you connect the dots, a clear picture emerges. The record high gold prices aren't just a market fluctuation. They are a symptom of a deep-seated and growing distrust in the long-term stability of the US dollar. Central banks are hedging their bets, and nations like China are actively executing strategies that run opposite to US interests, aiming to chip away at the dollar's dominance. This isn't just about finance, it's about a global power shift that is unfolding right before our eyes. What does this mean for the average person, for you and me? It means we need to pay close attention. The value of our savings, the stability of our investments, and the future of the global economy are all tied into this dynamic. When the foundation of the world's financial system begins to show cracks, it creates both risks and opportunities. Understanding these trends is the first step toward navigating the uncertain waters ahead. The historic rush into gold is more than just a headline. It's a warning and a sign of the profound changes to come. The era of unquestioned dollar supremacy might be drawing to a close, and gold is shining brighter than ever as the world prepares for what comes next. This isn't about predicting a sudden collapse. The dollar's role won't vanish overnight. But the trend is clear. Diversification is the new name of the game on the global stage. Nations are building lifeboats in case the dollar ship springs a leak. China's actions are the most prominent, but they're not alone. Many other countries are quietly following suit, increasing their gold holdings and exploring trade in local currencies. It's a slow, grinding process, but one that is steadily eroding the dollar's status. The gold-to-dollar ratio is telling a story of its own. Historically, they moved in opposite directions. A strong dollar meant weaker gold, and vice versa. But now, gold is carving its own path. driven by this massive wave of central bank buying and geopolitical strategy. It's reacting to a different set of fears. Fears about debt, currency debasement, and a shift in global power. This makes gold's recent rally fundamentally different from those in the past. It's less about speculative frenzy and more about a strategic repositioning of global wealth. As we look forward, keep an eye on the actions of central banks, not just their words. Watch China's monthly reports on their gold reserves and their holdings of US debt. These are the real-time indicators of this unfolding drama. The story of gold and the dollar is no longer just a financial story. It's the biggest geopolitical story of our time, and it's happening right now. The tectonic plates of the global order are shifting, and the gleaming beacon of gold is showing us exactly where the pressure is building. Thanks for tuning in and exploring this crucial topic with me. If you found this breakdown helpful and want to stay ahead of the curve on global economic shifts, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you do not miss our next video. We love hearing your thoughts, so drop a comment below with your take on the future of gold and the dollar. Until next time, stay informed and stay curious.